Since you clicked on this video, I bet you're wondering, is it possible to be Sonic Unleashed without boosting? Well, in this video, we're gonna find out. Coming off the back of my last Sonic Unleashed challenge, where we tried to beat the game without moving, and it was not possible. And with the undoable ones being Cool Edge Act 1, Dragon Road Act 1, Skyscraper Scamper Act 1, and Jungle Joyride Act 1. So I failed 4 stages. Sorry to disappoint, guys. We're looking to take a dub this time, guys, and I'm really serious about that. No Mr. Nice Guy today. Now let's get straight into this challenge. Before that, let's start off the rules. Rule number 1 is that there is no boosting with Sonic. Yes, that's all the rules, and yes, the rules are also concerningly short. But to spice it up, I decided to add that if we go over one boost use, I have to choose a control to remove, such as the right trigger for example. And this applies for every boost use, so if I use the boost 2 times, I must remove 2 controls and so on. And after we complete all the main story stages with this challenge, I'll be attempting one DLC stage from all locations as well. But now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's start off this challenge. Our challenge starts in the beautiful landscape of Apotos with Windmill Isle Act 1, also known as our tutorial level. We can play the game relatively normal apart from the fact that we can't boost obviously. So instead of running slow for this whole challenge, I thought of a solution that may be even better than boosting, and that is called M-Speed. You see, to achieve M-Speed, you must slide, and while holding the slide, dodge either left or right. And if you repeatedly do this, you will gain a large amount of speed that can almost feel game breaking. And another piece of tech that will help us to keep speed is drifting, of course, helping us to keep our speed whilst turning in 3D. But something that must be mentioned is that in 2D I have no choice but to tap my little hedgehog feet along slowly, which is really tragic. But with me being done my little rant, we start off the level. With me speeding down the green fields and that wasn't meant to happen. Close your eyes, okay? But nonetheless, we continue on and M-Speed down the field, easily clearing this jump and taking the rail, which leads us to not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 easy kills, which unlocks the spring to take us up to higher ground. On this higher ground, we home and attack this group of 3 enemies and another group of 3 enemies to our right, forcing us to hit the ground with no speed. But eventually I built up to some M-Speed and finished the level in a whooping 55 seconds, granting us a B rank, which is decent enough. Beginning Act 2 of Apotos, I M-Speed my way down the long pathway, which feels really fun to do if I'm being honest. We take out these enemies, once again unlocking the spring for us to grab onto and beetle bounce our way across this pit of doom. Once across the pit, we use these dash pads to give us the speed, and we start to M-Speed. Now, we slowly drag ourselves across to this first official 2D section of this challenge, which has us going slow. Really slow. But nonetheless, we run through this loop and hit a very unnecessary backflip that is Leon Kennedy-esque. After sliding, and sliding again, to eventually land us on this rail where we moved with agonizingly slow pace. Although I must admit, traveling slow in some sections and on this rail especially has really helped me to see the pure beauty that this game has. I mean, just look at this view. And this game was made in 2008 and it's somehow the best looking Sonic game ever. If you don't agree, take it to the comment section. But just look at this view and you got a seagull with you. Like, come on man, these graphics are just too beautiful. But after I grounded through this massive rail loop, I hit this rainbow ring onto even more rails, and I hit another loop after getting off the rail, and I jump onto this other. But can we get a replay on this fall? Because that bonk into the rocks really looks like it hurt. But with this fall comes our first step of the challenge, and I apologize because I genuinely didn't know you could die there. But forward we go. Now with 20 lives, we don't jump here and we run into this spring, which safely leads us to the rail. Wrong way, come on. Home and attacking across here, we catch ourselves on this pogo, move across these platforms and slide again, leading us into another beetle bounce and the QTE. Ziplining down to where we drift to keep our momentum continuous, with us opting for the left path, bringing us to another slide and another beetle bounce to where we double back and hit this dash pad. The next section was played pretty much as normal without having to boost, except that we had to take the lower path, but nevertheless we still hit the QTE after grounding downwards, M-Speeding one last time before finishing the level in 3 minutes and 10 seconds. And I just realized it says that our speed was 0. And I low-key agree with it. Like, I mean, look how slow we're going. But this wraps up our time at Apotos and brings us to Africa in Missouri. I think it's important to say that up until this point my game has been on 60 FPS without me realizing it, so I upped up to the max FPS. Why am I mentioning this? Well, you'll see later in this stage. But for now, we head on, jogging our way down the dirt Missouri, and after the corner we started to hit some M speed, all the way to the spring to bring us to the top of this building. Going down this building, we slide to use some momentum in this game to give us some extra speed, and then railgun to this lower section where I attempt to build some M speed with the little space that I have, and afterwards swing on these poles to eventually bring me across into this very slow wall run. Once done that, we went into the 2D section. But nonetheless, it was pretty easy and it wasn't affected by a challenge at all. This is why I mentioned the FPS change earlier. I died here because my FPS was above 60, which I'm pretty sure was making me travel too fast and miss this jump. So I downgraded it to 60 again, and long and behold, it worked and I got past the section. And after, I then proceeded to M speed down this large open area, even hitting into the fences while doing it. But eventually we hit the ramp and this whole 2D section was pretty much played as normal, apart from the fact that we could not boost, and that completed the level for us in only 4 minutes. Now, on to our next location, which is Spagonia in Rooftop Run. We start off this stage very shaky to say the least, eventually hitting this boost pad to ground us along this rail, and this challenge gives me moments like this sometimes. Just take a look. Nevertheless, I hate to repeat myself, but this level was really easy. But this game had me worried for a second before we overcame it with a homing attack. But in general guys, you can get through the stage without boosting with any real obstacles in your way. Except for Eggman's robots. And oh my, were they really annoying in this stage. Because without the boost we are vulnerable to them while we M speed or run. And they were not wasting the opportunity to swipe away at me. Again and again I was getting hit by these robots. Nonetheless, this stage is easy but time consuming. In spite of that, we somehow finished the stage off with some rings and in over 5 minutes, granting us with a C rank, which was a bit annoying. But with that being done, now on to our next location, which is Chunan. Yeah, we are hopping straight into this, okay. Get a bit of end speed going, shall we? Tip his doors. Hey, wait, end speed's actually going good. Right. Oh, I missed it. No, I have to take the lower route. The whole start of this level is pretty much the same and very easy without the boost. All the way up until this first water section where, oh my, was I about to lose my mind. Okay, very slow. Can't do anything to go faster. So, I'm speeding on water. Oh, I can't. Wait, can I? Oh, I can't. Okay. This is gonna have a bit of difficulty too. What is this Yo. What? Okay. Guys, no joke. I was stuck in this for about 20 minutes in total. I lost all my lives. And yes, I had to restart from the start. What? Yo, you just watching, that's actually your fault. That is your fault. I just want to apologize to you guys before you see exactly what happens here. Please, give me enough speed. Like, bro, how? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but for that we're gonna take away one control, which I'll pick RT. What's RT do? Yeah, I'll take away RT. I'm pressing RT right now. It's doing nothing. Okay, so that's RT gun, which is the right trigger, by the way, if you didn't know. Yes, I'm correct. With that, we removed the right trigger. We move on. This section, I was really scared. Not scared, but I was struggling. I was just about surviving in life. Like, you guys can watch this if you want. Okay, I got current. Please. Okay, I did it. We actually did it. Yeah, so I couldn't M speed there, but finally, we actually completed the level. Let's see what rank could be. Okay, 4 minutes and 41 seconds. That's not too bad. Let's head on to Alaska next. Alaska. A beautiful place with an even more beautiful impact on my mental health, as it was pretty easy for us to do this challenge on. We start off by M-speeding throughout the opening section of this level, with us hitting not one, but 2 drifts that lead us to this door, which we open by stomping on. Both sled sections of this level were not affected by this challenge at all, but this water section was. Although we didn't die once during this section, we just continued to drift throughout all of the water, which we learned to do from our last level we played, which was Dragon Road. And we dealt with this water section pretty well, leading us to this spring, which has us heading through this Yo, what the hell? But luckily for us, second time around we got through it and headed to the second sled section, which was once again not affected by our challenge at all. But before we finished this stage, we had one last obstacle, but to my surprise we made this run without boosting. This led us to finish the level in 4 minutes and 14 seconds. It's cold out here, so let's head to somewhere warm, and this secret warmth led us to Arid Sands. Starting off the stage with some M-speed, leading us to pick up a drift and take this ring dash. Now, definitely speeding down this rail, but we opt to jump off and go by feet instead. I hit this literally perfect drift to slide and slide again. Oh. A quick QTE later and we are just absolutely zooming through this 2D section with some crazy flow state. To finish off this 2D section, we hit a light speed dash to another 2D section that we zoomed by so quick. Back in the next 3D section, we dash pad, light speed dash and barely make this jump. But good thing we did, of course. And I just want to take a moment to appreciate how vibey and good the OST for this level and the whole game is. Okay, moment over. This 2D section is played almost the exact same without boost. So a QTE later and I somehow slide through this entire section. Just look. Basically the entire section, and we're now facing the last stretch of this stage, another 2D section that is unaffected by this challenge later, and we're rail grinding. QTE, rail grind, last 2D section, pain, run, pain, and now we're at this wall run, and wall run again to bring us to this section that we M-speed through and overshoot, somehow leading us to ice skate, and now we finish this stage in only 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Hey, I'm walking here. Empire State. Beginning with M-speed, we loop around as normal and we opt for the left path as it's a shortcut and it leads us down this tunnel to where I casually complete the hardest drift in the game. Like a boss. Afterwards, bringing us to this platform section, which was the complete same as it would have been on a regular playthrough. And this 2D section was where I really felt the difficulty curve go up in this challenge. But nevertheless, we run on, being forced to take the lower route, which I noticed was a consistent trend in this challenge of ours. Against these robots we M-sped, hitting the spring and bringing us to these rails where I show how much of a super awesome hardcore 360 gamer I am with this skip. FaZe, please recruit me. We then aced this QTE, bringing us to this building wall run, which I did first time on all 3 layers and pretty easily at that. That brings us down this really cool spirally rail to where I hit not 1 but 2 quick dodges and drop off from the rail to kill 1, 2, 3, 4. How many? Who else remembers that? Comment down below if you remember that from years ago. Don't forget the 5th enemy, by the way, to unlock this goal ring, finishing the stage in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. And now I'm really sick of these towns, so let's go rural with Jungle Joyride. We start off this stage by attempting the M-speed again and again and again. But eventually, I realized that wasn't going to work. Look, M-speed, I'm sorry. I'm just at a point of the stage where I can't use you anymore. You're the right maneuver, but at the wrong time, okay? I promise you that we will get back together. Continuing on, this 2D section wasn't affected by a challenge at all. So I go to hit this spring, but I found the moon medal that I somehow never got. Up on this high ground, I get back with M-speed. I told you we would get back. And we hit a perfect M-speed throughout this whole section, dodging all enemy attacks all the way to this water. Man, are you serious? But this time around, I lock in, drifting across this water like the ultimate gamer I am, hustling and bustling, and I was just locked into the max. And after some time, we make it to the full way without taking any damage. Es muy fácil. This guy again. We use M-speed and absolutely zoom through this entire section without being hit even once. es muy fácil. Going on, we make sure to avoid this rail the same way my friend avoids showers, and we drift across some more again, making our way all the way up to these platforms, which caught me by surprise because I never knew that they fell, like genuinely. Hence, we drift on even more water and make our way to this door where we stomp it open. QTE, QTE, QTE in this 2D section is almost the exact same as a normal playthrough. QTE, QTE, rail, M speed, and I thought that I was a goner at this tunnel, but we make it past this trap easily. QTE, QTE, and I thought that we were dead here, but the slide really saved us. QTE, and we go running really fast. I almost died at these platforms, but I take a step back, resulting in me safely clearing it. After grabbing this long rail, we kill all the enemies on top of here and continue on the last rail to finish the stage in a whopping 6 minutes and 11 seconds. But I really wonder that if we didn't die, could we have gotten an S rank? But anyways, this level was the most fun I've had in this challenge so far. But now guys, we have to face the last stage of this challenge. And for this stage, since it's a no boost run, I decided to put on a daytime only mod, so that we are truly loyal to this challenge. But now guys, welcome to Eggmanland. To start off the end, we home and attack all these enemies to unlock this door. QTE, and now we are on this rail. And I thought that we were gonna have a problem on this rail, but luckily, there was a dash pad not far behind us. Now continuing on this rail, we pick up this life behind us and head through this door. QTE, 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 and now we're in the first 2D section of Eggmanland. And honestly, it's really calm. You don't really use the boost here anyways, or in any other 2D sections in Eggmanland. This sled section is unaffected by our challenge in the slightest, but at the end of it, we destroy all these robots because
why not?
After the most convenient QTE, I get caught off guard by a QTE, QTE, and we're in another 2D section, which is a breeze of course. This might be a hot take, but I think that Eggmanland has some of the best modern 2D sections that we've ever seen. Okay, hot take done. We ride this rail, pause, QTE, 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 and this section we had a little problem at until I figured out that we can just M speed here. M speed, you to go. We then M speed here and struggle to grab this pulley before eventually getting there in the end. QTE, 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 and we knock out this fun 2D section, grabbing this life and light speed dashing. QTE, QTE, big QTE. Then we free fall, pin, pin, dash pad, wall jump, pin, pin. And then we reach the goal ring and finish the stage in 5 minutes, 38 seconds. So if you couldn't tell already, Eggmanland was pretty fun and honestly, not really challenging without the boost. But with that, our challenge comes to an end. Now, let's get into the results. But first, I have a bone to pick because I'm not happy what happened at Dragon Road. So I went back to fix it and this happened. After many deleted recordings, I M-sped and hit this shortcut, made this jump and made it onto the rock, and now I was feeling amped. And I went straight for it and I got it guys. And oh my, when I tell you guys that I felt relieved, I really did. And you can tell by this little happy hop that I did. I went on to finish the level, and with that, our challenge is now officially over. And by the way, if you're wondering how I'm still drifting after removing the right trigger, I drifted with the left trigger this whole challenge guys, and I promise you that. But without further ado, let's head to the results. The results of this challenge are as follows. The doable stages without boosting the Sonic Unleashed are Windmill Isle Act 1 and 2, Savannah Citadel Act 1, Rooftop Run Act 1, Dragon Road Act 1, Cool Edge Act 1, Arid Sands Act 1, Skyscraper Scamper Act 1, Jungle Joyride Act 1, and Eggmanland Act 1. So this means that all the stages in Sonic Unleashed are doable without the boost, also answering the question that this video poses. So, can you beat Sonic Unleashed without boosting? The answer is yes. You can beat Sonic Unleashed without boosting. And I told you guys that I was determined to take a dub in this video, and that is exactly what we done. If you like this video, I humbly ask you to like and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching. May God bless you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.